back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night 091, and today we are back into the singles ranked in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Now, as you guys know, we are trying to get our rank up to the Master Ball rank for Season 1, and so far we're not really doing so hot. However, we are trying out some new teams, and I'm actually really excited about this team here. So we're going to lead off here with our Orthworm, and I realized the opportunity was missed here. I could have called him Jim. As you guys know, there was a show called Earthworm Jim back in the day. He's going to lead off here with his Electrode, and of course I don't really think there's too much that I have to worry about with the Electrode. I know that there's, the Thunder Wave, there's the explosions, if you're me, the Eerie Pulse. Setting up some light screens, reflects, whatnot, could always play a factor here with the Electrode. Now, even though that we are paralyzed with that Thunder Wave, we are actually going to go in and set up some Stealth Rocks. This team here is all about that lead Pokemon setting up the rocks, and as you guys can see behind my big head here, we are going in for the Shed Tail. Now, this is actually the first time that I'm going to be using Shed Tail. To my knowledge, there's only a few Pokemon that actually have it. There's Silezer and Orthworm that I know of so far. So basically, you're going to create a substitute, and then you're going to go back to the party, so that way you can send out another Pokemon. So this actually kind of helps you against the whole situation of having substitute on your team. Allows you to really bring in any Pokemon that you want into the battle without having to worry about that, set up that sub. So we've got Haxorus onto the field here, and as you guys can see, we've got the Tera typing of Dragon, but we're actually just going to go right in for that Earthquake here. For obvious reasons, with the whole Electrode scenario, with it being electric typing, we just want to just one-shot it and just knock him out. However, he's going to go for the Volt Switch. Of course, the Substitute actually took that hit quite well. And, Electrode's going to go back to the party of our opponent. And that's okay, because whatever Pokemon he comes in with is going to get hit by an Earthquake. So he comes in with Avalugg. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really see too many Avaluggs. I haven't really seen or used Avalugg much since, I think, Gen 6. However, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to be really excited when we can actually use the Legends Arceus Avalugg, because quite frankly, that thing looks sick as all can be. With Avalugg onto the field here, we're just going to go in for that Dragon Dance. We're going to try to boost up our attack stat. It's going to also allow us to boost up our speed here as well. Now, Avalugg is usually set into battle to be your defensive type Pokemon. As you can see, it's going right in for the Iron Defense. Plus, with the capability of also using Recover, it could pose to be kind of a problem Pokemon for us. Now, realistically, I should have probably took Haxorus out and swapped into a different Pokemon. Something that can do some sort of special attack damage off onto it, because quite frankly, with the defensive stats and the Iron defenses of Avalugg, it's just going to boost it up so high that we're not going to really be able to take him out. So that's kind of where we come in with the Iron Head. Iron Head did make a hit, not enough to take him out, of course, just doing chip damage, but it's going to allow that Avalugg to go for the Avalanche, and Avalanche is just going to do more damage back than what you've already dished out. So now that our substitute is broken, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I really have one shot here to take this thing out. We're going to go in with our Eelektross. Now, Eelektross is a really cool Pokemon, especially this set here. I'm a really big fan of it, mainly because I've got the Acid Spray, The Acid Spray, of course, is only going to do about 40 damage off onto a Pokemon. However, it's going to drop the special defense down drastically. So that's going to allow us to do more special attack damage to him the next turn. And that's kind of where I have the Giga Drain onto this guy, so that way we can regain our health back. Of course, in this situation here, we didn't actually have to do that. We're actually just going to ride for the Flamethrower. Should have really been predicted by this other player, but that's okay. Everybody kind of makes mistakes as you go along, and that's okay. I know I make a ton of mistakes, for sure. In comes the Electrode here. Now, Electrode onto the field versus an Eelektross. I know that right now Thunder Wave's not going to really do anything for me. If he has a Thunderbolt, it's not really going to do anything. What's he going to do? Maybe a Rollout? I haven't seen a rollout Electrode in competitive at all. So at this time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I've got the Acid Spray. I can do the Acid Spray thing to this guy. He goes for the Foul Play, was it? I could have been wrong, but anyways, we're going to go in for the Giga Drain here now. We've got our Acid Spray. We've already dropped his Special Defense. Right, Foul Play. Giga Drain just one-shotting this Electrode, as you guys can see, quite beneficial to have. Now, back in the day, back when you were, a kid or whatever, Sand Attack and, Tail Whips and Acid Spray and stuff, those are all things that you never thought about. I'm going to be honest with you, up until probably like a couple years ago, I didn't really think about them either. I'm kind of just like one big kid, just having fun. So I'm a very offensive player, is what I guess what I'm trying to say. Usually I'll just spam a bunch of attacks on my Pokemon and away we go. However, I got really into the Attract attack with like Thunder Waves and Confuse Rays and all that stuff. That's gone in this game. There's no Attracts. Not that it would help me here against Electrode or by any means, but anyways, Hatterene is onto the field, of course, going for the Tera Fighting. Not really going to help a whole lot here, except for the fact that, Poison is no longer extremely effective onto Hatterene because of the Fighting type. They're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, and of course that does a good chunk of damage. But now with the fact that the Special Defense has dropped drastically, we're going to go in for that Giga Drain, and you can see just how beneficial it is to have that onto this Eelektross. Now, I don't know if you guys were doing this before with Eelektross or not, but this is a really cool set for Eelektross. Now we're going to go in for the Tera typing here into Electric, and then we're going to go right for the Volt Switch. Now, with the special defensive drop on the Hatterene, this should be enough to actually knock him out, and that's exactly where my thought process was here. I could, of course, go into Orthworm, I could go into Haxorus, but if he's got the Tera Blast, the fighting is going to do some damage to Earthworm. Volt Switch is definitely my best play here. So that's where we are, and as you guys can see, that's just going to just knock out that Hatterene, and it's going to basically finish up that match. So if you guys enjoyed the battle there today, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to post your comments in the comments section below. And as always, hope you guys had a fantastic day there today, and I hope you all take care. Peace!